everybody, happy fall. I'm Marie Louise Ludwig for Life Around Home, and today I'm going to share with you my coveted recipe for sour cream pumpkin coffee cake. This will make everybody go, woo! Are you fabulous? Okay, now you're probably wondering what is around my neck. Well, it's not a new necklace, a new style. Actually, this is what is called a crook neck pumpkin. Back in Ohio, where I grew up, we would cut our pumpkins for Halloween, and when we were finished using them, my grandma would take them and she would cut them up and stew them down to make the pumpkin pies. Totally so much work. Grandma, if you're watching me from heaven, my God, can you believe it? Let me show you how we get our fresh pumpkin out of this crazy looking thing. Okay, here we go. The beauty of this, really, if you can believe it or not, is all of the seeds are right here. So when we cut this off, this bottom part off, guess what? We're done. There's no stringy nothing. You don't have to stick your hands inside of a pumpkin and pull all those icky seeds out. We're all done. But what we do have to do is we have to cook it. So what you're going to want to do, and this one's pretty big. I tell you, from this size, I would say you could get a couple of pumpkin pies, some pumpkin bread, the sour cream pumpkin coffee cake, maybe some pumpkin soup. I'll tell you, this is really a lot for your money. I think I paid $3 for this today at the Amish market. So we're going to cut the tops off. You can actually take this off piece by piece. So let's say, for example, you're going to need just 1 cup. Kind of eyeball it. This would be about 1 cup. Pop this into the microwave for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. Check it until it's soft on the inside. This will shred up and make a nice pulp for you. Just put a piece of plastic wrap on either end and you're ready to go. So cut as needed. But for now, we are going to need, I would say, about 1 3/4 cups. So we'll show you exactly what we're going to do. I am going to put this in the oven and roast it. So I've already cooked some crook neck pumpkin up and cooled it down ahead of time because I know how busy your schedule is. So I'm going to grab this and bring this over here. Make sure it's nice and cool. So what you do is you've got your skin on the bottom and it's really soft. So all you're going to do is just go ahead and scrape it out just like this. See how easy that comes out? And it's so much easier than having to put a pumpkin in and scrape it off the shell and scrape off all the seeds. And this is so good for you. It's just like loaded with vitamin A and good things. So this is another thing your family will enjoy where you have hid the vegetables and fruits. So I'm going to put it into my bowl. Mix it all up just like this. This in. This is so much better than opening up a can of pumpkin. Honestly, this came from the Amish market this morning. It went into the oven and roasted, and now it's going into a coffee cake tonight. So you just want to make it pureed. I like mine to be a little bit stringy and have a little bit more fiber in it. So I've got it all mixed up in here, and it's ready to go. Now, ahead of time, I've already prepared the different layers. This actually has 3 different layers to it. So you're going to mix your flour and your baking powder and your baking soda together in a bowl. Just mix them all up. I just toss it up with my hands, mix all that together, and then I set that aside. And then you're going to make the great streusel topping, which is absolutely delicious. That's going to take some light or dark brown sugar. You're going to mix that together with some butter, about 1/3 cup. And you're going to chop all that up and you're going to mix all that together, and then some cinnamon, some chopped walnuts or pecans. It's your choice, and you can read the recipe and set that aside. Okay, so I have creamed together my butter and my sugar. I added my vanilla, and I added my 3 eggs one at a time. I have all that ready prepared here in my mixer. Now I'm going to alternate my dry ingredients with 1 cup of sour cream. You want to make a nice creamy rich batter. So the way I like to alternate my dry ingredients is I put everything onto a piece of parchment paper like this, rather than try to stick that bowl on the side. And I carry it over like this, so you know this is where this is going. This is kind of making a little funnel, and I'm going to bring my sour cream with me. So we're going to add our dry ingredients a little bit at a time, then we're going to add some sour cream, mix that up, spatula on the side until everything is used up. And I'm going to do it kind of at a slow speed. So turn it back on. Okay, so we have 3 layers made now. We have our delicious fresh pumpkin filling. We have that delicious streusel crumble with those walnuts or pecans, your choice in there. And finally, we have that really rich batter made with sour cream and butter and all kinds of good things. So what we're gonna do is half of the cake batter is going to go in. Just take our spatula and go out to the corners like this. Okay, so we spread it all the way through like this. Now I just like to give it a little bang on the countertop and just sort of shush it around a little bit just to even it out. Now we're going for the next layer. So we're going to take a layer of the streusel, just like this with your hands. The best 2 kitchen tools you have right here, lefty and righty. Okay, just going to spread that evenly all the way around like this into the pan. Now we're going to add the pumpkin. So we take our filling and we're just going to put it right over the top and just spread it evenly out. And you can go ahead and just push it right down into the batter if you want to. So far, so good. And this is going to bake up. It tastes like pumpkin pie in the middle of delicious coffee cake. Now we are going to go back and finish off our cake batter. Dollops. Just take the rest of it and spread it right on the top like this. I just go right down the middle and then I'm going to spread it out. It might get a little messy and you might get a little bit of pumpkin mixed into that, but that's okay because it's going to make a nice swirly pattern in there for you. Spread it all the way around to the edges like this. Then use those fingers and get that last little bit off of there like this. Now to finish it off, we're going to streusel all over the top like this. And remember, your oven is preheated to 325 degrees, so by now it should be ready. There we go. We've got all of our luscious layers of cake and fresh pumpkin and that delicious streusel. It's ready to go in the oven, 325 degrees, for about 50 to 60 minutes. As always with a cake, put a knife in and check it to make sure it's done. And when it is finished, break out the coffee and the tea, invite your girlfriends over because you are going to have the tastiest sour cream pumpkin coffee cake. And remember, you made it fresh.